Today I wanted to share a brief history on Puerto Ricans and their general contribution to American progress and American history. Puerto Rico, as everybody knows, is a Commonwealth of the United States, which makes its 3.5 million residents U.S. citizens. Now, although it's only been this way for 100 years since the signing of the Jones Law of 1917, Puerto Ricans have been fighting side by side with America since 1779 when they participated in the American Revolution against the British Empire. Now, after the Spanish-American War and the Treaty of 1898, Puerto Rico was ceded to the U.S. by Spain, turning Puerto Rico into U.S. territory. By 1901, an all Puerto Rican regiment of the United States Army was organized, known as the 65th Infantry, the Borinquenes. The Borinquenes since then have participated in every major U.S. war, including World War I, World War II, Korean War, and faithfully even still today on the War on Terror. On April 13, 2016, the Puertoricans were awarded the Congressional Gold Medal to highlight their impact on the course of American history and culture. But wait, I haven't even gotten started. Puerto Ricans have also contributed to advancements in American music, art, science, medicine, and technology. You name it, we've done it. Some examples include Jose Campeche, the first Puerto Rican visual artist and considered by many to be one of the best Rococo-style painters of the 18th century in all of the Americas. Jumping into science, Olga D. Gonzalez, Puerto Rican scientist and inventor, and the highest-ranking Hispanic in NASA's Glenn Research Center, who helped develop the long-cycle life nickel hydrogen battery, which helps to enable the International Space Station's power system. Or Dr. Pedro Rodriguez, another Puerto Rican scientist and inventor / mechanical engineer and director of test laboratories in NASA, who invented portable battery-powered lift seats for people suffering from arthritis. And though I love to run through the list of prominent Puerto Ricans working in NASA, it's a long list and I want to make this video short. So let's just say 80 out of 115 Hispanics working for NASA are either Puerto Rican or Puerto Rican descent. Taking this into account by ratio, considering Puerto Rico is the smallest Spanish-speaking island in the Caribbean and the smallest Spanish-speaking region in the world, we can honestly say that Puerto Rico and Puerto Ricans represent the highest concentration of scientific intellectuals in Latin America. In agriculture, Puerto Ricans have also left their mark with names such as Fermín Tanguis, a Puerto Rican scientist and agriculturist of the early 1900s who developed a seed that would eventually produce the Tanguis cotton in Peru when that nation's cotton suffered because of a fungus plague, which not only saved Peru's cotton industry but its economy as well. Then you have Ramon Lopez Irizarry, a Puerto Rican scientist and inventor, who invented a way of extracting the cream from the coconut to facilitate its culinary use throughout the Caribbean and Europe, an idea which he later used to develop a company called Coco Lopez, the first company to mass produce and sell canned coconut cream, which of course also led to the invention of the delicious piña colada, which was also created by a Puerto Rican bartender known as Ramon Monchito Perez. And when Abuela said the sky's the limit, Puerto Ricans set their views towards and beyond the skies. In 1959, a Puerto Rican astronomer known as Victor Manuel Blanco discovered a galactic cluster of stars with a blue star at its center known as the Zeta Sculptoris. This open cluster was named Blanco 1, and in 1995, to honor his discovery, the largest 4M telescope in the Western Hemisphere was named after him. And in 1985, EBAL discovered a main belt asteroid with the 4M telescope engineered and discovered by Victor Blanco, and to honor him, he named the asteroid belt 9550 Victor Blanco. Young Puerto Rican women don't fall behind. You have Nisa Margarita Cintron, a Puerto Rican scientist who specializes in biochemistry and originated the biochemistry laboratory at the Johnson Space Center. She was the project scientist for the Space Lab 2 mission, which was launched aboard the Space Shuttle Challenger in 1985. Another great example of prominent Puerto Rican women is Lize Martinez, a lead electrical engineer and rocket scientist at Wallop's Flight Facility, and member of the team that launched a rocket in 1999 to gather information on Halley-Bob's comet. If that's not cool enough for you, then we can talk about Pablo Clemente Colon, a chief scientist of the NIC, the National Ice Center, who serves as intel for 3 different U.S. entities, the U.S. Navy, United States Coast Guard, and the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. Puerto Rican ingenuity and curiosity has also led to many discoveries. Dr. Fernando E. Rodriguez Valga was a Puerto Rican scientist, odontologist, and major of the U.S. Army who discovered the bacteria which leads to dental cavities. In 1928, his discovery was published in the American Medical Association. And by the way, if you know anybody that has undergone vision correction, then we can all thank Dr. Jose Ramon Alcala, a professor at the Wayne School of Medicine, accredited with developing laboratory methods to study the histology of ocular tissue, which ultimately helped to explain the development of cataracts, glaucoma, and other eye maladies. In 2004, Joseph Michael Acaba, a Puerto Rican hydrogeologist, became the first Puerto Rican astronaut and is currently assigned to the STS-119. In 2019, he delivered the last set of solar arrays to the International Space Station. During his flight, he carried a Puerto Rican flag aboard the Space Shuttle Discovery to show his people that no matter how small our island is, we are capable of limitless things. I made this video for people who think they have Puerto Ricans figured out. You can't put us in a box. Puerto Ricans are as diverse and versatile as they are complicated and unpredictable. I was called a spick the other day by a man who lacked an understanding of who I am and the history of Puerto Ricans in America. And because of that, I chose to share a small portion of the many accomplishments that my people have contributed, not only in the U.S., but around the world. Because sometimes the best approach isn't fighting fire with fire, but instead taming that fire with a little bit of water. With that being said, everybody, stay safe, stay informed. La Maga, let's all make America great again. One topic at a time. Stay informed.